10. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Michigan Wolverines offense as they take control of the football first. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And this is a great challenge for this Michigan D-line. You think back, David, to guys like Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge. They just have dudes up front that win the one-on-ones. And it's not just guys on the outside. They've got bodies on the inside that could win, too. But as a group, this D-line of Michigan, they've been impressive.
They're dirty, right? And it's fun. The fun thing about them to watch them over the years, you're right. It's defensive tackles sometimes, but every time you look at the draft, you're seeing a defensive lineman for Michigan that's in the first round. And whether it's inside, whether it's outside, they've always find those guys that really affect the passer. And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really,
maybe some room here. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And they're able to get him down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll run it from the gun. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
To the air, it's Hurley. Bringing the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So the Texas Longhorns offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Arch Manning, a veteran quarterback, strong presence. You know what you're getting. They believe he is more dialed in and locked in than ever. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Manning. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Maryland. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Manning from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Arch to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here. Blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Made the grab and's got plenty for the first down, but we do have a man slow to get up. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing Manning. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in, and Wilson comes down, Texas. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw, it's Hurley. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Manning with a play fake. Going long. He toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield.
And this is why I love sudden change situations. When you get a turnover, oftentimes coordinators like to take a shot right away. The defense is back out on the field. They're trying to communicate. Sometimes they're discombobulated. They're sleepwalking a little bit. And the offense takes advantage, taking a shot and coming up with an explosive play.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Trying to run. It's Watt. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to change this route. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Oh, they're after him! And down he goes! The defense bringing the heat. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. They'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's coverage here right on top of it. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Not a lot of room there. Give them a couple to the 16.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it on the counter. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Back to throw, it's Hurley. Unloads to the right. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Wolverines need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Going with the ground game left. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score.
Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Grab behind the line. It's Buchanan. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He tried to find some running room, and they get him stopped.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Pocket breaking down. Complete in the middle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under fire. And it's a sack.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. That's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running inside. It's Maryland. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Arch is going to throw for it. Got his man out of the backfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away from the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll try the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
To the air. It's Hurley. Right on the money. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Maryland. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Finds his man.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. Arch Madness. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bishop. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the UNLV Rebels. And it's USC who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Keep it on the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Manning to throw. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So here comes the Michigan offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces the punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Scanning the field, it's Hurley. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And, man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines. There's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along, and they really need to make something happen.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Man, whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Manning. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Play action, here's Manning. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. A likely touchdown-saving tackle as the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
A lot of offensive coaches, man, they'll tell you they like to go 5 wide. You know why? Because they can read exactly what the defense is doing. They spread you all the way out. He read the defense right away, got the ball out quick to his playmaker so he could do his job. Nice job seeing what the defense was doing.
Here's Arch to throw. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting him to get a lot of stops. He puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Dropping back, it's Hurley. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot, they try it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Throwing Manning. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Quarterback gets the first down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Makes a grab and room to run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Time winding down in the quarters. They come to the line. Offense changing the play. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the catch. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could, he'll be a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Gets it out quickly. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To throw, Manning. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on.
And how about everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved? This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. They're working that left side. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much in the roughing the passer penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Flips it out in the flat. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this breaks into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball?
Going to take a shot. He's got it way down the field. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Arch is going to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Snap to the back. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble and throws. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best player.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Manning on play action. Soft spot in the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Arch Madness. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Townsend. Didn't pick up a lot there, but he does get out of bounds, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Hart's going to spin it again. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Back to pass, it's Hurley. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough for that today.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Texas sideline, it has been all positive so far in this early season game. You know there was a lot of preseason.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football.
Caught, and he's got room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, it's given up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get